Morning, everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. Well, my guest didn't arrive today, but as Kofi was going out, he was grumbling. Excuse me. Kofi lives off the. Excuse me. I heard there's this cough in town. There's a fear. I asked Dr. Fred. He said there's nothing to worry about, but I hear there's a cough in town. And back to what Kofi was grumbling. Kofi lives on the Lagos-Ekpe Expressway and was grumbling about his car is almost gone. All those who have cars that are about 2-3 years old have big problems because these cars they're electrified. There's a lot of electronics in it. You know, you're better off buying the old cars that are mechanical. Most of the cars they have these days have a lot of sensors and things like that can easily pack them up. We want to appeal to the Lagos state government to do something about the Lagos-Ekpe axis. And it doesn't help that I heard the news that they want to begin installing the rail facility that would go from Lagos to Ekpe, which in itself is noble, but you are doing that in the midst of all this confusion. And I wonder why there can't be a synergy between the Lagos state government and the federal government to open up some parts of the coastal road to ease the traffic whilst you repair some of these roads, the potholes and so on and so forth. I think there might be a need to do that. Living along that area now is like committing harakiri. Your car is going to be completely damaged. Your person is going to be completely damaged because of the bad roads and the traffic. I told Sheriff the other day, I left Shogotedo one day at about 7:05, and I got to Cool FM here at about 11:15 thereabout. A journey that, according to Google Maps, shouldn't take more than 30 minutes. And is a recurring decimal, not to talk of the areas flooded. My good friend Tokumbo Wahab is doing a very good job trying to clear the drainage and so on and so forth and get the place less flooded. But I think in between there's a need to broaden our minds. See if we can reach some agreement with high tech or whatever it is, or the federal government, and open up some part of the coastal road to ease the traffic while you still conduct the repairs on the other side. I hope that this happens eventually. Together we're going to have an open mic. I try to see if we can get an open mic every week, at least once a week. And that would normally happen maybe if the guest doesn't show up, which happens a lot these days. The traffic. So let me tell you, some of them don't even have they won't, maybe they might not want to take the bus. But Sheriff, I think the bolt from the mainland now, from Ikeja here, will be almost about 15K. Back and forth is 30K. So as the Oga Patapata of Nigeria Info, I want to get an agreement with you.
Okay.
Will you be providing transport for guests who are coming from Ilasamaja and Konko?
From Ilasamaja?
From far and wide. I guess I'm from far and wide.
From far and wide, yes. It's something that is worth considering. I mean, guests bring great value to our programs.
I'm glad I'm hearing this person.
Yes.
I know I set you up, but so...
I mean, it's something that we've done before. It's something that we still do. If a guest is so tight that they can make it to the studio, we can provide them.
Maybe also we should have a facility that makes it possible for you to call the station on toll-free.
So we used to have that back in the day. Yes, we used to have
you
that.
Don't pay, so you can call in.
In fact, I think that was Nigeria Info hadn't been born then. I think that was on Cool FM. We were still just operating Cool FM back then. So we used to have a toll-free line. Yes.
So you're going to go back.
It's very all these things. There are things that we've done before.
Today is a day of bonuses. Let me ask.
No, it's not. It's just that we are forward-thinking organization. We thrive in innovation. We always innovate first before others follow. Everything we do, we always
So
set the
I can
pace.
also then guarantee that any guest who comes here, we can take them for lunch at Chocolate Royale.
No, don't guarantee
Jejemos
that.
and
Don't guarantee that.
Pepemos.
But it's not impossible.
No, it's not impossible.
There's no
it's
need
not.
for a guarantee, but it's not
It's
impossible.
not impossible. Well, you heard it. But today is not too free.
Today is not toll
Don't come
free.
and hold.
When you call in, the network providers will charge you.
I don't touch it. Okay, so today is open mic. Let's be very careful. One more time, I'd like to apologize for one nonsense remark yesterday about wanting these things that you joke with sometimes. I don't know where the guy is now. I don't know what could have happened to him. Yes,
He's somewhere.
these things that you joke with are not. Let's show some responsibility. So our lines are open today, and feel free to call and to express yourself on any matter. I mean, reasonably, we'll be glad to hear it. I think we have a first caller here.
Yes,
now.
we do.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Kodobuwana to Esquire. Joel Gabriel calling from Lekki.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sir. First and foremost, let me say that thank you. The rules, the laid down rules, the rules that you laid down is really working. I listening and I heard some new callers calling in.
Yes,
On every show. And again, it's and Uncle Jimmy, please, if anytime I'm calling in or any day we are discussing serious issue, please let me be sure. Let me know. Should we say your name in full, or we just say Uncle Jimmy, or we should still put Odogun?
No. Look, listen. Okay, so now let me clarify like that. All those words are just a joke of the moment. Okay, because I said I was. It's my own way of rebelling against part of the nonsense that you have in society. So it was just something of the moment. I'm not Odogu. I don't want people to come and hook me. I'm not either Odogu 1 or Odogu 2 or Odogu 1 and 2. It was just a joke. Usually when you call in, just say morning and go straight. Especially when it's Wednesday, you can do anything you like. Wednesday, we have a lot of fun. You understand?
Okay,
but I appreciate your asking.
Yes. Like I said, I'll be in the forefront of that campaign.
Thank you very
Please,
much.
Uncle Sheriff, please help me to be marking register. Anytime I call in, after saying my name, I will now add Joel Gabriel once in 2 weeks caller, so that you know that it's Joel Gabriel. You know.
Okay, that was a nice one. That was a classic. Sometimes you make a joke of the moment. I mean, I had said one day that I was just to ridicule some of these people who have all these titles and things. People lay too much importance on the things I think that don't matter. And one of the ways to rebel against them is there are so many ways to skin a cat. It was like yesterday. I had Mr. Majeko Dumi on my. I'm starting the podcast very soon through the station, rather the organization. You start seeing them come out in about a week or two, and I had him, and we were talking off air about the fact that you don't need to hit the streets every time you want to demonstrate against something. This idea of wanting to go around the streets and shouting slogans is an old hat that should, those who want to protest, I believe, should start thinking of other things. Check history. Check how did the Indians do it way back. How did Gandhi do it? You can decide, for example, that all those who think, if for example, you want to start a campaign, say, against a government policy, you can say, okay, today all those who are with us who believe that what the government has done is wrong, can you please wear a piece of red to work today? Then nobody is going to be holding anybody. Then you'll be surprised at the massive turnout you have. If the government has killed somebody or something has happened, you can say, okay, tomorrow is Black Friday. Okay, all those who believe that the government has done this should please wear a piece of black. You don't need to say to wear black, just a piece of black, and you'll be amazed how uncomfortable these people would be. Yes, we should resist government. We should resist those in power when there are things that they do. But we shouldn't go along the same line every day. Okay, so there's going to be protests on Monday. You will hit the streets. They will arrest some people. They will tear gas some people. And, the results are known. And life goes on the next day. So I think there's a need for us to be more. So that's one of mine. Of course, is to call myself Odogu 1. First of all, it was Odogu 1. Then I just crazy. I said, let me add another one to make it very crazy. And still called myself Odogu 1 and 2. But it's not, nobody should write me an official letter saying Odogu 1 and 2 Jimi. So I'm glad he put that up. Also, I now that he said so, now that he said so, it's also good that we be business-like, especially if it's a fun time like Wednesday. You can please enjoy yourself. But if there's a topic on ground, let's be business-like. You can crack a few jokes here and there, quick ones. But let's be business-like. Because you see, one thing you must understand very, very clearly is that there are more people that listen to you than those who phone in. What am I saying? The percentages are better imagined than thought of. For every one person who phones, there are close to about 4 million listeners out there. You don't know what the numbers are vast. And remember, we are listened to all over the world. All over the world. We get phone calls from Indonesia. We get phone calls from everywhere. Uche, who abandoned us, that's a joke, abandoned us. We will come from the UK. Calls from everywhere. So we must put up a good representation of ourselves. So the idea of calling in to say, you are doing a wonderful job, don't mind them, this and that, it's not war. Our job is not war. We are not fighting government. We are not fighting people. That, again, people must understand. We want to highlight the things that have gone wrong. And that's why you will find sometimes that, to the surprise of some people who don't understand the way these things go, they say, Jimi Disu talks well of the president today. Of course, if he does well, you talk well. It's not war. The people, whether you like the governor or not, is your governor. Whether you like your House of Reps, is your House of Reps. There is nothing you can do about that, However, people say, why are you so critical about the government? Well, it's because, let me be honest with you. Let me be honest with you. Maybe I have high standards, I don't know. But you find that a lot of things that shouldn't be done are done. I mean, look at, for example, look at the pardon list and look at the reaction of the Attorney General. I mean, come on. Isn't he done now? Let's face it. And we have to highlight it. We have to keep at them. Imagine if everybody had been quiet and complicit. Where do you think this country would be today?
Exactly.
Where do you think the country would be today? We have seen that our average politician, the exceptions to the rule, our average politician is there for himself and himself only. They're there for himself and himself only. Majority of them. They're there for themselves, their family, their children, and maybe a few lucky followers. And like Senator Adams Oshiomhole said, I saw the video not too long ago, that our politicians should take pride and should take satisfaction from the fact that people voted for them. But this group of people said that to go and represent them. But they are not going to wait for you to do that. Whether you want them to represent them or not, they'll force it on you. So these are the things that we tend then to highlight and then say that no, it's not going to happen. So, yeah, thank you very much for that call. Our lines are still open. I think you know the numbers. We have another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, my name is Engineer Kundai. I'm calling you from Ikorodu.
Yes, sir.
Now, two comments on the part of the government as regards this issue of coup and arrest and so on. I think that it is incumbent on the government, since arrests were made in the army, that they should tell us details of the investigation that is going on in order to quell all these rumors going around. Then just yesterday, I learned that the finance minister had issued an instruction to all MDAs that as from now on, for every receipt that they get, that is into the MDA's account.
Yes.
And that is credited to the government account, the single account with the government.
Yes.
That they will be issued with a treasury single receipt. So each ministry now will have a receipt for all remittances.
Yes.
And I think that is the way to curb excesses and corruption in government. Thank you.
Okay. I'm glad you used the word curb. You didn't use the word stop. Because our people they're geniuses when it comes to corruption. Is even when Buhari introduced CSA, corruption was still going on. But I'm glad you used the word advisedly too. You used the word curb. As far as the coup rumor is concerned, I refer you to the back page of Punch this morning. And what's the name of that lady again? Adelakun. And read Bimbo Adelakun's feelings on that. That will give you an insight. They'll be dead if they do. They'll be dead if they don't. It's up to them. I think it's better to just come out clean to stop all the rumors. To say that there's been a coup attempt, as far as I'm concerned, is no big deal. In fact, there probably were others that we never even heard of that were aborted. That I think it's part of the African whatever. We still haven't completely outgrown this idea of, things are not going well, we can do much better than that. And then, of course, you'll find places where people who have lost out could gather and attempt things like that. So, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's better for them to just come out clean and say, look, this is what it is. But then again, one has to be careful. You don't have the kind of information these security people have at their hands, which would lead them to say, no, we shouldn't do it. So we must respect that. I think I can take one more call before we go on break.
Sir.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes.
You are doing a great job, sir. My name is Francis, calling from VI.
Yes.
I want to sincerely thank you this morning for adding your voice to issue of the Lekki Expressway.
Yes.
You know, the road is in a terrible state.
Yes.
And I've been calling and appealing to Lagos State government to do something. Just as you rightly said, they should open the coastal roads. You know, the part of the road that is ready, they should open it so that it will enable them to walk on
the other one. Yes.
It's a very busy road now. Dangote containers and the tankers, they are operating on that road. So they should do something now for all Nigerians and Lagosians. And lastly, sir, where is Adenisi Patrick? It had been long I heard from him.
Oh, he's out of the country. I spoke to him last week.
All right. Good morning.
Okay, by popular demand, I'll try and bring Adenisi Patrick tomorrow, if I can, on Tuesday, so that people can hear his voice and they can learn his voice. He's probably listening. I think he's in Indonesia or one of these countries. Singapore. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.